Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. My name is of course Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram. Today my Marvel Legends reviews continue with this Cull Obsidian Build-A-Figure wave, and in front of me we have Marvel's The Wasp from obviously Ant-Man and the Wasp, the new film coming out this summer. Very excited to see it and very much excited to see the Wasp in figure form and in action, of course, when the movie eventually comes out. But we have seen a couple of trailers now and she looks great. They obviously teased this at the end of the last Ant-Man film. The Wasp was an original member of the Avengers in the comics, so it was inevitable that she would eventually turn up in the MCU, and I think Angelina Lilly has done a great job. Probably pronounced her name wrong, but you know who I'm on about. I'm very much excited to see her in the film. Hope Pym, essentially. Obviously Janet was the original in the comics, but maybe she's going to be in the new one. We shall see. But Hope is obviously Hank's daughter, and yeah, very much excited to open her up. As you can see in the packaging, we do get the Wasp with an unmasked head, which is always great. Thank you, Hasbro. You also see that head for the Cull Obsidian Build-A-Figure piece, some sort of other accessory which you're assuming is the wings retracted, which we'll have a look at, and then some open palm hands so we can get her in some flight poses. So it's nice that Hasbro give us that. On the top we have the Pym particle, of course, that gives them their powers. On the side we get the Wasp promo art. On the back we get a read that says Hope Van Dyne gears up with signature stingers and high-tech wings, and as the buzzworthy hero Wasp. So yeah, very excited to open her up, and yeah, I'm still seem to be reviewing these in order. So as always, you get a list of all the figures in this wave you need to complete the Cull Obsidian Build-A-Figure. Today we're reviewing Wasp. So yeah, without further ado, let's get her open and see what she is like. Pow! So here is Hope out of the box, and to be fair, she looks great. This design is really nice. Again, this is meant to look like the head of a wasp. Very accurate to what we've seen in the trailer so far. Again, it's different to the prototype they teased at the end of Ant-Man, but Hank Pym did say it was a prototype, and he did say in the trailer that he's give her some upgrades. On the back, it's a bit plain as it's mainly just the blue paint, and you can see the hole there for her wings, which I'll get into, but I'm not too bothered about that. The front looks good, and obviously in the back's going to have her wings anyway, and to be honest, I'll probably have her posed flying, so we might not see the back of her when I've got her posed, so not too bothered about that. But it's all like a metallic sort of paint, which I like, and it does have a like sort of a textured detail across the whole figure. And if I just bring the camera in real quick and zoom in, if it will focus, you can see that behind that translucent sort of yellow plastic, you can actually see Hope Van Dyne's eyes. So they're using that unmasked head eyes behind the mask, which is a nice touch. They did it on the Build-A-Figure Giant Man, but they didn't do it on the Ant-Man that I just reviewed, so that would have been a nice touch, but they did it for the Wasp, which is nice. And as I said, you can see that textured detail across the whole figure. So mentioning accessories, as I said, she comes with the unmasked head, which again, always massively appreciating. This looks great. I'll show you this in a minute. And you also get another head, but it's not for her. It's for the Cull Obsidian Build-A-Figure. This guy looks really good. Can't wait to build him. Obviously, subscribe to the channel as I will be reviewing him last. Find the playlist, all of that good stuff. Can't wait to add another member to the Black Order. And then she comes with some interchangeable hands, which are two flying poses hands. But of course, what does she need to fly? She needs wings. And that's what we get here. We get a backpack, which attaches to the back with wings. Now you get two of these, one with the wings obviously attached. And these wings are attached, you can't unplug them. And they only go up and down articulation wise. Now again, I don't know how well that's showing up on the screen because it's obviously a white background. But I'll show you that when I plug it on. This one is just wings retracted. So I'll show you them first before I change everything to get it flying. So on the back, you see a peg hole. On this, it's got a plug. You plug it in. And there you go. Now the black doesn't look so plain, does it? Because it's got that piece which is textured with a bit of paint there. Just a bit of red paint, nothing special. But yeah, that's how you're going to have it posed if you want to, obviously not in Wasp mode. Well, of course. Let's take the helmet off and put that unmasked Angelina Lilly head. And yeah, if you don't know the actor, I know her, well, I've first seen her in Lost, but she's been in plenty of things since then. I think she was the love interest in Real Steel with Hugh Jackman. But I could be wrong. Quote me, don't quote me on that, but that was just off the top of the head. But yeah, this is looking really good. Thank you so much, Hasbro, again, for giving us these unmasked heads with this new sort of digital technology. and it took a while to focus, but it was worth it. How good does that look? It looks very accurate as well to the actress. Really, really good. That new digital tech, so worth your £20 or however much you're spending on Marvel Legends. Obviously the US, you get them cheaper than us. $20 is cheaper than £20, but that's not your fault. But yeah, how good does that look? Really like the lips, the eyes. Definitely looks like the actor. Probably one of the best unmasked heads we've got, Marvel Legends wise, in regards to actually looking like the actor it's meant to portray. So yeah, that's her not flying in non-wing mode. Now let's get her switched up to get her flying. So let's take this unmasked head off, put the masked head back on. Let's put this piece off. Let's get the wings attached. Let's take these hands out, which again, just a simple change. If you're watching this video, you're going to know how to swap some interchangeable hands on a Marvel Legend, I'm sure. So yeah, you can get a posed flying now. So that is a nice touch. Whoops, that popped out. So yeah, there you go. You can get a karate chopping, waving, or of course flying. So yeah, there's the Wasp in flight mode. Now again, I'm probably not, maybe I need to turn my what is it called down on the camera so you can see them a little bit better. Did they come up a little bit better now? So the wings, they articulate but only up and down, so you can spread them out. So different to the original Wasp Marvel Legend that come out recently, if you've got that, as they bent all different ways. I think the female Beetle did it as well. You know what I'm talking about anyway. But yeah, these are a little bit different. But let's change the light back on this. So yeah, and of course, as I said, she's got the karate chop, waving hands, but of course that's for the flying pose. So yeah, this Wasp looks really good. Shame Hasbro don't give you flight stands anymore, but I've got plenty of them in the box to get her posed on the shelf. Yeah, she is looking really, really, really good. Now, of course, the first comparison I had to do was with Scott Lang himself, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Finally, can't wait to see the film. Do you see what I mean about you can actually see the eyes behind that translucent yellow plastic compared to just a plain red paint on that mask? Would have been good if they gave us that detail. Again, I'll probably zoom in and show you a little bit. There you go, you can see the eyes, can't see the eyes. That's disappointing, but still, doesn't bother me too much, because these two just look great together. Thank God we have updated costumes for Ant-Man. Obviously, check out my review from yesterday for that in the videos tab. So yeah, let's get her compared to some other female Marvel Legends just for size comparison. Here she is randomly compared to the Age of Ultron Black Widow, as I had her out on the display table for comparing her with Black Widow. And then obviously Jessica Jones. Now I pull out Jessica Jones because I've seen a few people online take the head off Jessica Jones and then put on the Angelina Lily head to have a sort of street closed version. Now it goes down on the neck, so you can't see the neck. So she looks very, I don't know, looks a little bit weird. So maybe if you don't sit it all the way on the peg, and I don't know, you can definitely finagle it and it would look good, but not perfect. But again, go crazy, customizers, go crazy, do what you need to do. Maybe if you take the jacket off, it won't look so bad. Yeah, to be fair, without the jacket, that wouldn't look so bad. It's just that the jacket sits quite high on the shoulders. But yeah, just for anyone interested, you can get sort of a casual Angelina Lily look, just like you can get Paul Rudd in a suit. There you go, incognito, Ant-Man and the Wasp, you'll never know who they are. Move them to the side. So yeah, let's get the Wasp compared to some other figures that we have already reviewed from this wave, including the actual updated Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow, and these two look great. Two great female Marvel Legends. Shame there's no double jointed elbows, probably the biggest weakness about these Legends. And then there is Hulk. Hulk? Obviously not Hulk, people. That is Thor. Ignore me. And I'm not even going to edit that out. I'm going to leave that in. So let's move out the way for Ant-Man. Now my table's not big enough to display everyone properly, but yeah, these are looking good, people. These are looking good. So you let me know in the comments below, what do you think? I think this is a great set of MCU figures that have come with this Cull Obsidian wave, and we've still got to build Cull Obsidian as well. Of course, he is another MCU figure, so that's 5 MCU figures in one wave. I am not complaining about it. I know a few people out there will, but let's be honest, you get loads of comic book figures. Let us have our fun, especially when the MCU is in its prime at the minute. Yeah, great figures, people. So please, please, please subscribe to the channel as always. I will be reviewing the rest of the figures in this wave, including Black Knight and then Malekith. Maybe do Who Is He segments if I have time, but subscribe to the channel and you shall find out. Once I've reviewed them, I will review Cull Obsidian. But as always, people, I shall see you on the next one.